What is going on today, everybody? Youngblood NTG back, and we are here with Modern League tonight, and I'm really excited about this one. So, a quick story of why I decided to do Modern tonight. So, if you saw my Instagram, or you have me on my personal Facebook, I really need to link my Youngblood NTG Facebook with my Instagram. But anyway, if you saw my personal Facebook or my Instagram, you saw a deck list that was posted to my story. And I saw this deck list in a Facebook group, and I reached out to the guy who posted it, and I was like, I need to stream this deck. Like, with your permission, I'd like to stream the deck. And they agreed, and I did make some minor changes. The only changes I made were to the land base. Otherwise, everything else was, it's their exact same list. Only thing I changed around was the mana. That was it. Also, Death Fell Still Low, thank you very much for chiming in tonight. And David, thank you very much for popping by. Brandon, so happy that you are here. Or sorry, Oleka, so happy you're here. I haven't seen you in the chat in a while. It's really nice to see your name pop up. Thank you guys for chiming in tonight. So, am I okay? Yeah, I'm good. I'm just not gonna do workouts tonight. I hurt my hand at work, so that kind of rules out push-ups. I probably could do planks, but I don't want to risk it because I do support myself on my wrists. And as for sit-ups and squats, I just ate, and I'd really prefer not to do that. So we're just not doing a workout this night. But I'm totally okay. I'm fine, all good to go. So without further ado, let's go into the deck we are going to be playing tonight. We are playing Modern Oops All Spells. I am so excited about this list. Like, far more excited than I probably should be. But, so, as you all know, I love Oops All Spells in Legacy. So, getting to, I know there was an Oops All Spells deck in Modern that was not anything amazing, but like Reed Duke piloted it in a video, and like it was cool, it was fun, it was gimmicky, and I just never really like. At first, I always thought like, it's mediocre, it doesn't seem great, like it's piloted by a pro, that's why it did decently, but it always felt like there were too many moving pieces, and it was way too dependent on not drawing certain cards. So, like, in Legacy, like, if you draw a Narc, you can get away with it. If you draw two Narcs, you can even get away with it. If you draw your Dread Return or your Thoughtseize Oracle, you have Cabal Therapy to get out of your hand. You don't have that with Modern, but what we do have is Phantasmagorian, and to help us discard, like if we draw Vengevines, or if we draw, Vengevine's really the only one that would be, when we want to make sure we get into the yard. Or, you know, we can discard our Darksteel Colossus if we want to. Exactly, I only tweaked the lands, but it's Oops All Spells, so I tweaked the mana. I used poor terminology, so... See? All fun and games here. But yeah, so the list is the exact same. Oh, hang on a second. Hang on a second. No, we're okay. I think we are a-okay. All right, yeah. So, the deck is almost the exact same. I'll actually pull up their list right now. So this is what we are working with. This is what they were on. The only things I changed were I cut the Hagara Maulings. I cut the Hagara Maulings for Turntimber Symbiosis. I think I cut one or two of the blue land. Oh, and one Pelakka Predation to give us our Turntimber Symbiosis, and I cut 1 Seagate Restoration for another Shatterskull Smashing. Shatterskull Smashing is, I think, good to have for removal, and Turntimber Symbiosis, I feel like there's no reason we shouldn't be running it, because in those chances that we do ramp but don't have a Spy Guy in our hand rather, what we do get is with with Turntimber, we get 7 looks at finding a Spy Guy, which that alone is worth its weight in gold. Plus, it's another Bolt land. I think maximizing out on the Bolt lands is really important in this deck. And then the only other thing that I changed was, rather than running a Nexus of Fate as my get another draw step card, I'm going with Blightsteel Colossus, because for the sole reason that I am running Turntimber Symbiosis and Turntimbering into a Blightsteel Colossus feels not bad. So, just as like an alt win con. So yeah, that is what we are doing today. That is how we oops. And that's it. So a quick rundown of the list. Obviously, you can check the deck in Stream Decker. It's in one of our extensions. But we have 5 mainboard discards. We have 4 Inquisitions and 1 Thoughtseize in the main, with another 2 Thoughtseize on the side. For the heavy interactive decks, obviously we want our opponent to not go anywhere near us until we combo off and kill them. But the best way to prevent that is the discard. This is just our land base is a Skyclave Cleric, which is always going to be Skyclave Basilica. I have yet to come across a situation where I'd want to cast Skyclave Cleric, but you never know. 2 Narcomoebas. We don't need the full 4 because we only need 1 to enter to trigger our 3 Sword of the Meeks. We only need 3 because that's what Salvage Titan needs to sacrifice and be a free cast. The odds are we are going off the same turn. We are casting an Undercity Informer or a Balustrade Spy, which means that Salvage Titan's cast comes down and gives us our Vengevine triggers. Now, Vengevine alone, not enough to kill our opponent, so we have Creeping Chill. Good chance our opponent is going to be taking at least 9 from Creeping Chill. Could be only 6, but even then, very good chance they're going to be getting a lot of damage from Vengevine. So Vengevine alone can deal 16, so all we need to do is hit with 1 Creeping Chill. Richie, go ahead and return those points to yourself. I posted in the beginning of chat that I will not be redeeming workouts tonight. So yeah, you can comfortably go ahead and give yourself those points back. Yeah. Love you, but not tonight. It's just not happening tonight. Hydrate or Die, however, we can redeem. Everybody drink up. Drink up, you thirsty sons of bitches. All right. So the land base, we got 4 land base. We got 4 Turntimbers. We got 3 Seagate Restorations, 2 Shatterskull Smashing, 4 Agadeem's Awakening, 4 Emeria's Call. We have for ramp 4 Talisman of Resilience, 4 Pentad Prism, and 1 Sphere of the Suns. Sphere of the Suns, I should preface, I did do a practice league with this. I went 2-3, but that was partially because I forgot to put the prismatic endings in the sideboard. So there were a couple of games where I was just like staring at a Torp Orb, and I was like, I just really wish I had a prismatic ending, but I don't. So yeah, that happened. We have Pelakka Predation as more land, as more mana, and that's it. Darksteel Colossus is our extra draw step card. Salvage Titan is one of our biggest combo outlets, and then we look at the sideboard. Oh, and we have 2 Goblin Charbelchers as win conditions, 9 through 10. As for the sideboard, we have 2 Path to Exiles, 4 Leyline of Sanctity, 4 Prismatic Ending, because this card's actually just bananas, especially in a 5-color deck. 1 Pact of Negation to stop the counter decks. We only need to counter them 1 time, and we run a total of 7 discard spells in the 75. Our control matchup's probably not actually that terrible. But Pact of Negation is just the last nail in the coffin. 2 Thoughtseize to round out more discard, and 2 Goblin Charbelchers for the graveyard hate heavy sideboards. That is that. There is nothing left to really show on the deck, I don't think. Richie, you and I have to have a talk about your moderator status. I've been beginning to sense an abuse of power, and we have to talk, my friend. We have to talk. First account was hacked. Thank you very much for chiming in. Would Force of Vigor help for Leyline Torp Orb / other hate cards? You are lacking in green cards to pitch, though. Yeah, that's kind of my thought process. I don't think so overall. Like, we don't want to be pitching Vengevine. Prismatic Ending is going to be able to answer most of those cards for us. Like, it gives us trouble with, like, Leyline of the Void is a tough one to deal with. Torpor Orb is pretty easy. We need 2 colors. We run all 5 colors. I think we can pretty easily get through most of it without Force of Vigor. But I did think about Force of Vigor. I think it's a solid consideration. Go for it, Deathfast. What is your question? Also, I'm working on a catchphrase. Since first account was hacked as a first-time chatter, I want to say, welcome to Youngblood MTG. Welcome to Youngblood MTG. Jank decks for you, making the misplays so you don't have to. That last one still feels like a cop-out of that orange guy, but I like it. Force is just nice because you can still do it for free. Because you can do it for free and still combo off. Yeah, no, for sure. Like, I definitely see the appeal, but with a total of 8 pitches, 4 of which you don't want to be in Exile, I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, tapping the cards so you don't have to. I always loved his videos. I was so upset when SCG cut his segment. Or was he SCG or Channel Fireball? I think it was... No, it was Star City. Yeah, it was the Magic Show is brought to you by StarCityGames.com. And check this out. Yeah, I was very upset when they cut his segment. I tuned in every week for his stuff. He was awesome. I wonder if anything's happened to him. Somebody get this video to him. I want to talk to him and just say hi and chat now. What can't I eat? So in terms of don't like, I'm actually pretty open when it comes to food. The only foods I really don't like are cottage cheese, beans, and cranberries. Otherwise, I have yet to come across a food that I actively dislike. And the only thing I am aware of that I can't eat is coconut, and that's just because I'm allergic to it. But otherwise, I haven't really come across anything else that's been a problem. All right, let's hop into this Modern League with Modern Oops All Spells because we are filthy degenerates. It is what we do. We are terrible people, and we do not care. Well, you guys might. I don't. I love playing this style of deck. Just horrible, uninteractive combo that doesn't care what my opponent's doing. You can eat anything. I pretty much, yeah. I have not come across a food other than coconut that I can't eat. Probably get some good reactions in game chat. I hope so. I always say good luck, have fun to my opponents. I enjoy conversing with my opponents. Not every opponent enjoys conversing with me. This hand is probably atrocious. I think we have more than that. This hand is also atrocious. Oh god. That's just no lands. Not amazing, but fine. I have to put 3 in the bottom. Sword of the Meek, Emeria's Call, and Inquisition. I don't love bottoming the Inquisition, but I think it's better than bottoming the Pentad Prism. And let's see what our opponent does. Working on dish. What are you working on? You know, we have the Foodies Unite group in the Discord. Like, by all means, you are welcome to post pictures in there. I love seeing the food in the group. All right, so plot twist, I would have been probably okay. All right, so we're going to play the Agadeem's Awakening tapped, garlic rice with sausage and crackling as a pounder. I'm unfamiliar with the term crackling. I'm sure I would. I think I've only seen one or two of them, but like, yeah, I love any and all food. Oh, this is like true affinity. Ooh, okay. Uh, I don't know how we do. All right, let's play the Shatterskull untapped Pentad Prism for 2, and then we're gonna pass. Pub snack, gotcha. Edible crack. Oh god. I mean, we have that too. It's called chicken wings. What pork skin? Oh, pork skin. Oh, okay. All right. All right. So we should have it, like, pretty comfortably. Um, I don't need to bolt myself here, but I'm going to. Because at this point, I think I'm in the clear. And we're going to combo off. Yes, I will sacrifice Undercity Informer to its own ability. I'm using it in my cooking as my breading, not breadcrumbs. Okay. Okay. I like that. I love how you get paired against Fun Affinity, and when I did, it's all Grixis, Death Shadow, and Hammer. I have had more than my share of hopping into leagues against decks I just don't want to play against. Like, plenty. Like, I assure you with full confidence, plenty. Also, first account, I was meaning to ask, how did you stumble across our channel? Did you find us on Twitter? Did you find us on Facebook, Instagram? And do I know you IRL? Second Narc comes in. Not that we need it. Salvage Titan. We're going to exile 3 artifacts. Oh, it's Twitter? Okay. Oh. I do not have a MySpace. Sorry, not sorry. I do not have MySpace. Oh, yeah, it was definitely Bebo. I don't even know what Bebo is. So our opponent very much wants to see how our deck works, because there's absolutely no way they can survive this. Cool. Okay, against Affinity. Slam Prismatic Ending. How old? I am 27. Let's go. Alright, so we board in the Prismatic Endings. We go up a Belcher. Maybe we bring in one path, just in case of Ravager shenanigans. We could go down Thoughtseize, because Inquisition is going to be better. Ooh, maybe it's not, actually. Actually, maybe we do want Thoughtseize over Inquisition. A little scary that it's an aggressive deck, but still. Inquisition can get good stuff on the early game. Bebo is in your day as well. Yeah, no, don't remember it. Like genuinely, like the name kind of rings a bell, but not loud enough for me to actively remember. If they don't play Ravager, then maybe we don't need the path. Because we're not scared of 4/4s. 4/4s don't bother us that much. We are much more afraid of Ravager making Ink Moth, but that's old affinity. We're up at Belcher, so let's go down an Informer. Let's go down Sphere of the Sun. Sphere of the Suns definitely feels like the weakest link. And maybe we go down one Pelakka Predation, the Cleric, and one Talisman. I think that's okay. We definitely want to play a little more controlling. Used to play a Gambit, you know, but Spencer Burke? Sorry, I shouldn't be saying full names. I'm sorry, but I remember a couple of Spencers that used to play at that store. Yeah, there were a couple of Spencers. But if I saw a picture of you, honestly, I'd probably remember you. I'm much better with faces than I am with names. Even if I give you W, there were two of those. Out to trivia in my neighborhood with the wife. One sports round, next Greek letters matching. I said if the next has any others, I'm dumbfounded on. I'm out. Very nice. Yeah, I am here for your distraction. I think we can keep this. I'd feel better keeping it on the. No, maybe it's worth it to mulligan this one. We're on the draw. This I will keep bottom sword of the Meek. And we'll let our opponent do their thing. Spencer. Hang on a second. I am like 99.9%. I know exactly who you are, Spencer. Yeah, Spencer, I remember you. Hey man, I hope you've been good. Glad to hear from you again, and thank you very much for popping into the stream. It was a very pleasant surprise. Do you go to FNM or anything still? Yeah, Freddie, I know who you are. Do you go to FNM? I go to FNM on occasion. Post-COVID, it's been a little weird. Plus, I'm getting significantly more involved in the restaurant work that I was doing, so I'm picking up more Fridays now. Definitely not working every Friday. I still don't have Fridays in my availability, but I have needed to pick up more. If for no other reason as a response to turning around and telling my boss I want to get into management. So I still do FNM. I have been playing a lot more on Moto than in paper. A lot of that has to do with COVID, what's around me, what's available to me. Oh, that I don't like that. I don't know how easily we get out of this. Like, if we had a spy, I'd feel better about the position we're in. But with Belcher surviving a turn, an extra turn feels really not likely. Well, there's an Informer, and that's a win. Last time I saw you was at Outback. Yeah, dude, that was a long time ago. It's so sad that location closed down, but it was the writing was on the wall. But yeah, this is nice. This is a big part of why I love streaming, because I get to reconnect with a lot of people that they see my channel, they see my work, they recognize me from something or another, and we are able to reconnect and bond over it. And I love that. It makes me very happy. Yeah, yeah. Massimo sums it up perfectly. I'm able to do modern FNM on Fridays, but I definitely need a little bit of notice. What I need more is notice for like big events like Saturdays and Sundays. I can much more easily get a Friday off than I can get a Saturday or Sunday. And not that I want Saturdays off. Sundays so, but like Saturday is the big money day for the restaurant, and that's like that's where I need to be working. All right, so provided we don't see a windmill slammed graveyard hate. Me too. Our opponent says me too, but I think it's not tier 1 affinity. No, probably not. That's almost definitely true. Our opponent doesn't speak English well, so I'm not gonna try to like go deep into conversation, especially when I don't have an appropriate multilinguistic keyboard. Okay, so we have no way to cast this Prismatic Ending. I think we just need to go off. Like, it's definitely not optimal, but I think we just have to say screw it and go. And hope they don't have surgical. So, we're gonna get to go off. They only have 2 in hand. What are the chances they have it? Well, when it's me, 97%. When it's any other opponent, probably like 10%. Well, they gave us the GG, so they probably just want to see us play it out, but it seems like they're going to give us the concession. Alright, yeah, we get the sword triggers. And what we would do for safe measure here is what we do for safe measure is we'd Phantasmagorian to bin the other Vengevine, get all our Vengevines out, and just swing in for the kill. So, yeah, our opponent said good game. That tells me that they are conceding, but yeah. Okay. Biggest Narcomoeba I've ever seen. Yeah, that's what we do. The actual win condition of this deck is just really big Narcomoebas. All right. Hopping into another game, we took that a clean 2-0. Let's see what we get next. The addition of Belcher being in the main and being win cons 9 to 10 is actually huge. Opponent playing 4-color living, and alright, opponent, who's the faster combo deck? Or rather, their last seen deck was 7 days ago, 4-color living end. But we'll have to see who's faster. Speaking of surgical, I've been playing Legacy on Moto, and last night I forgot to click on the Uro in the graveyard. I have done that so many times. I was playing Goblins in Legacy on Moto for a while, and it was just so many times I would just forget. Okay, we are going to... We can keep the 7, because we have the Pelakka Predation. Or rather, we have the Undercity Informer. Sorry, I was thinking Undercity Informer, but I was looking at Pelakka Predation. So I think it's so dumb you have to click it again. Yeah, I think it's really stupid. I agree. So in this case, we'll probably lead off with the caves and pass. What we'll be able to do at this rate is we'll be able to put the Phantasmagorian in the yard. Oh, they are on hammer. That is certainly slightly more rough for us. But winnable. Yep, go ahead and draw your card. I will not pay the 1. And pass. And then, provided they don't kill us this turn, which seems really unlikely. Yeah, they're not killing us this turn. Yeah, the other real test is if they attack. Oh, they're dead. They're so dead. At least they don't have Counterspell, just to break a fast clock. Exactly. And that's really what we care about, is them not having Counterspell. In all honesty. Alright, we are going to play the Awakening. In the off chance they are able to survive by some shenanigan that I don't know about, some super secret hammer tech that I'm not familiar with, we're actually going to go with Balustrade Spy. And we target ourselves. Let's expand that graveyard. Alright, let's do all of this. Get our chill triggers. Before the Narc triggers, we will Phantasmagorian. Yep. Narc trigger number 1. Get our swords. Narc trigger number 2. And cast Salvage Titan by sacking 3 artifacts. Get back all 4 Vengevines. I seem to love decks that hate Counterspell. Yeah. Yeah. No, that sums it up brilliantly. I love decks that hate Counterspell. Alright, against Hammer, we definitely want Prismatic Ending. And we can only do 1 path. We don't love the thought of them getting ahead. We can actually go down to Thoughtseize and Pelakka Predation. Let's go with Belcher, because they're probably on some form of graveyard hate. Go down a Talisman and Sphere of the Suns. Yes, Sphere of the Suns was what got us there that game because it gave us the ramp, but I still firmly believe it's the weakest ramp in the deck. It's a fun card. I love the card. It's also beautiful art, but it's just like, I think you'd just rather it be another Talisman, because although it will not always be relevant, the fact that it comes into play tapped can be relevant. And there is probably a very solid argument that Rainbow Mana is worth it coming into play tapped, but I myself am not completely sold on it. This deck also does not move nearly as fast as Legacy Absol Spells. I mean, that's expected because Legacy Absol Spells is a turn 1 combo deck. But I do wish these games were going a tad faster. Oh my goodness. Also, my phone has just been vibrating nonstop. Oh, I am glad to see that it is Twitter. That's awesome. This hand is very solid. We wish the Darksteel Colossus wasn't in it, but we can move that around. So we can go off turn 3. Yeah, this hand's fine. Alright, no Leyline of the Void. Good sign. This hand feels good, despite the fact that Hammer is just disgustingly aggressive. this hand feels fine. All right, Sigarda's Aid. So we are definitely hitting our opponent with that Inquisition. And we drew a second Inquisition, which is amazing. All right, hopefully it's a hammer, and we can take the hammer. Colossus just to give another turn. Exactly. That's exactly what Colossus is for. All right, I guess we'll comfortably take Shadowspear. So we don't see Graveyard Hate, which is very relevant. And now all they can make a construct next turn. They can make a construct. We can path whatever they put the... okay, so they have a Saga in hand. That's all they have in hand. We are suddenly feeling very good. So they are going to make a construct. They are going to be able to put a sword on it. Alright, we will play Emeria. We will Pentad Prism for 2. And we can actually comfortably hold off. Because we'll just path and we'll still be able to go off and win. What we need is for them to not draw Graveyard Hate. I am a little scared of them not finding Hammer and rather finding Needle. But I think they're going to go for Hammer because we're outright dead to their construct. So, yeah, they went for Hammer. Oh, they put it on Thopter. We're okay with that too. That's fine. Plot twist, Path was completely the right call. This deck is more resilient than I thought it would be. I feel like that's what literally every person has said about Oops since I started playing the deck. Alright, so they're going to hit us for 7, so we're still in the clear. Get rid of the Thopter. Go ahead and get your land. I'll take 6, and we're going to kill you this turn. Like, the modal DFCs made Oops a resilient deck. Alright, and our opponent is just soups dead. Like, super dead. Like, Omega dead. We don't need to worry about putting the Darksteel Colossus in the yard, at least not yet. Yes, use Narc's ability. Salvage Titan can come back to our hand. And then we are going to cast by sacrificing 3 artifacts. Vengevine! Vengevine is doing fine. And we're going to win the game. This deck is great. Like, this deck is hot fire. Modal DFCs are a problem. I've had a lot of talk with a bunch of my friends about like what would make so Oops is my favorite deck. What could make Oops worse? And like nothing is bannable out of Oops. At least not in Pioneer. Who is? Yo, King Mudkips, thank you so much for the follow. This is Youngblood MTG. Jank decks for you. And making this play so you don't have to. Still getting used to that. And First Account, thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate it. Again, any and all support for the channel is beyond appreciated. Wait! Our opponent, Nuclear Atom, last seen 28 days ago on Oops All Spells. What are the odds they are playing Oops today? And if they are, that's going to be really interesting. I have to mulligan this hand. This hand's not great, but we're on the draw. It's fine. It's fine. Definitely not amazing, but fine. I feel like the odds of them still being... Yeah, they're not on Oops. Okay, so the odds weren't slim. They were 0. Alright. We would love to draw an untapped source. That would be the hottest fire. It's also, like, surprisingly relevant how often, or how ineffective, Force of Negation is against us, because all of our answers are creatures. List has Blood Moon in the side, kind of spicy. Ooh. Oh, okay, hang on. I gotta see this. Oh, yeah, they're on the Strike It Rich version. I've seen that version. I don't hate it. I don't know that it's what the deck needs. But it might be the right direction to go overall. I don't know. Alright, our opponent is playing a Teferi and bouncing our Talisman. We are okay with that. Alright, so we are going to play the Predation. And we just go for Talisman again and then pass, right? Or do we go for Pentad Prism? I think we want to just replay what we cast. Or yeah, replay what we originally cast. I have nothing I can do this turn, so it's all you, opponent. Hopefully they tap out. I doubt they will, but hopefully they do. They did not. Do we just die to counterspell here? That is a non-zero chance. But I still say we try it. I could try to bait the counterspell with Pentad Prism. Like, that's an option. Oh, no. Yeah, we're going to attempt to bait with Pentad Prism. I think we're okay with it. Oh, this is Velomachus. Oh, okay. Alright, let's see if we get it a second time. We did, and now let's Sphere of the Suns. And I think that's gonna do it. Because I may have sequenced that wrong. I don't know if I'm being honest, but I think Beatdown with Vengevines is a really solid backup plan, but it's not the be-all, end-all, I don't think. Ooh, Salvage Titan, and Salvage Titan, I think that's fine. So, yeah, we're just gonna go for it. Alright, they let it resolve. I did not expect that to just let happen, like, at all. Like, not in the slightest, but here we are. Okay, so we're gonna let the Creeping Chills through. Yep. Haven't seen it on Creep Ditties much lately, but pretty sure that's what opponent is on. Yeah, no, they are. It took me a little while to realize, but once I saw the remand, I realized it was that. All right, so Narc hits, Phantasmagorian to put begrudgingly all three of these in the yard. Salvage Titan, we're going to exile 3 random artifacts. We don't actually care which ones. And then Salvage Titan, we're going to cast by sacrificing 3 artifacts. We are going to sacrifice the swords in case they are able to survive a turn. We may end up having to try to cast something. Maybe we should have kept the swords now. I am now realizing that it is likely better to have had the flying beatsticks. And we're going to hope we're not dead. Because they can combo off right now. The other thing we're super dead to is Serra Ascendant. If they... Serra's Emissary, that's what it was. Yeah, they named creatures. We're dead. Yeah, we are now dead. That is very unfortunate. Alright, so Thoughtseize, Pact of Negation come in. Prismatic Ending is actually good against this deck. They don't run a ton of basics, and so Path is probably, like, fine. We can actually keep Inquisition. What do we board out? That's the real question. I think just Pelakka Predation, Skyclave Cleric. We go down Sphere of the Suns. Oh yeah, no, that was like it was a genuine risk. Like they needed to not hit Serra's Emissary. If they didn't hit the Emissary, we didn't care what they had. But they hit the Emissary, gave themselves pro creatures. We can't do anything about that. So actually, maybe we do board in Belcher. Let's just go down all of the Informers. Maybe we only need 3 ending. And let's go down 2 Talismans. We'll call it like that. Pact of Negation may not be worth the spot, but we're trying it. His hand is just shy. If the Phantasmagorian was like another land, I'd be totally down to keep this, but we cannot. So we have to, I think we have to mulligan this. This hand's fine. Bottom Vengevine. Alright. Awakening. Inquisition. So whatever we cast will just get remanded. It's actually actually remand's not that bad of not remand isn't that big of an issue. We probably should get rid of Prismatic Ending. It's either Prismatic Ending or Teferi, but I think it's Ending. Yeah, I think Ending is what we have to get rid of there. Like, I could be wrong, but I think Ending is what needs to go. Mesa down. Drawing a Sword of the Meek was not super amazing there, but it could have been worse. See, my fear is that now... Yeah, no, the reason I was... Okay, the main reason I was considering remand first was because they're just going to remand the Balustrade Spy now and actually cripple us of our resources. Alright, yeah. That's fine. Like, it's not the most amazing thing, but it's fine. I think... Now we get rid of the remand. There's argument to play the next Pentad Prism. I don't know that it changes our numbers. It probably just baits Teferi for a turn, but we're probably fine with that. And then we just pass. Let our opponent do their thing. If they play Teferi, and we draw an untapped land, we just go off this turn. If not, we have to wait a turn, and that's rough, but manageable. If you play Prism, then next turn you can combo if they Teferi. They opted not to Teferi, so they're going to Mystical Dispute. Can we pay for it? We cannot pay for it. But we have the Inquisition. Wow, we drew discard really great this game. What does this do? To each non-vampire creature. Okay, we don't care about that. We care about Mystical Dispute. I didn't even notice that you said, just run another Thoughtseize. Sometimes it is better to be lucky than good. Alright, so I think the right take is Mystical Dispute. This card's really good. Like, really good. Yeah, I think we take Mystical Dispute, and then we combo off. Target ourselves. Like that non-vampire board wipe doesn't like actually do anything for them here. Cool, they conceded. Alright. Game 3. Thank you, Oleka. I don't think we change anything. I'm still unsure if Pact of Negation is worth the slot. Maybe we go down Path to Exile and up another Informer. Like, maybe that's just the play. Because we really only need the one path. I think that's fine. Like, could be wrong, but this hand is the hottest garbage. It's gonna be an instant mulligan. This hand is almost equally garbage. It's not keepable. This hand is straight up unkeepable. like, this hand is not keepable, but we're just gonna hope for the best. Like hand is so garbage, but it's a multi-4, so I don't really know what the Magic Gods want from us on a multi-4. Our opponent mulliganed as well, though. They mulliganed to they mulliganed to 6, which is still significantly better than us mulling to 4. Let's just run out the sword. It's literally useless in our hand. At least on the field, we can sacrifice it to Salvage Titan. It's not looking good for our hero. Mulls to 4 feel really bad, and in Modern, the mulls to 4 don't do as well as they do in Legacy. Like, at all. Oop, did not mean to do that. So, we can still draw out of this. Like, we're not dead yet. Like, this is this is step 1. And then we're going to play Turntimber tapped, and like, if we just draw a Spy right now, like, we win. Well, maybe we might. So let's see what our opponent does. It does not appear they want to play the reactive game. Teferi, huh? Bouncing our Pentad Prism? Do we go for the path now? Do we go for the path now and make Pentad Prism a bad bounce for them? Yeah, that seems fine. I think this deck only runs 1, if any, basics. So, could be the right call. Okay, they do run a basic. Okay. I've seen lists that don't. They still went with Pentad Prism. Alright. Alright, Pentad Prism comes back out. Shatterskull Smashing tapped, or rather Shatterskull the Hammer Pass tapped. And next turn, if we don't draw a combo piece, we can they gain hexproof till their next turn? Is that what that said? You gain hexproof until your next turn. So they're basically stopping us from comboing off this turn. But maybe we can kill Teferi. Red, white for Prismatic Ending. Okay, reasonable. Well, that's really rough because that was our black source for when we did want to combo off. But I think we still just outright go for the Teferi kill here. They have the remand? Yeah, they did. Alright. It's really not looking good. It is what it is. Not always gonna have great games. They the Multi 4 was absolutely brutal. Like, there's a non-zero chance they just combo off and kill us here. Just gotta go for it again. Putting up a decent fight. Yeah, for a Multi 4, it's really not that bad. If they opt to make the dwarf and block here, we're okay with that. Like, that's an exchange we're totally fine with. Like, especially... Oh, never mind. We're not okay anymore. Alright, yeah, no, I don't want to put up this fight anymore. It wasn't worth it. We're going to draw Chill into a Thoughtseize. We're going to draw all of our black cards and no black sources. Alright, 2-1. I mean, I think this deck is still putting up better than anyone viewing right now anticipated it would. So, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. Alright, let's see what our next opponent brings us. Can we get the play? Like, I would love the play, but it is what it is. Yeah, Modern Oops is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Teferi making creativity instant is pretty nuts. I'm very inclined to agree. So, we have all of our possible combo wins in our hand, but no black sources. I don't think this is keepable. Like, it's close. If any one of these three was a ramp spell, I'd absolutely keep this hand, but I don't think we can. This is rough. I mean, we can hope to draw something. Yeah, all right, we're on the draw. Let's see. Maybe Pelakka Predation will come in handy. Hope we're not playing creativity again. Let's find out what we're playing. We are playing creativity again. I feel like Prismatic Ending is probably the right grab again. Yeah, probably. Like, it's also possible Teferi was the right take, but I can't know that for sure. I am still going to go for the Prism. No, I'm not. Yeah, actually, probably play the Emeria tapped. Just straight up pass. They'll play Teferi most likely. Man, getting the... shouldn't have kept the Sketcher. I mean, I didn't know for sure that I was against creativity, but still. My dude, you were the king of that card. Alright, so we are probably going to get the Pentad Prism bounced. But I think we're okay with that. Drawing the Creeping Chill is a little rough. Nah, bro, when you were on Rug Delver, you were so high on Fire Ice. Like, yes, Turn Burn was definitely one of your pet cards, but when you were on Rug Delver, you were so hype on Fire Ice. Reasonably so. Card's great. But, yeah. You were all about Fire Ice in Legacy against when you were on Rug Delver. Again, reasonably so. Alright. Of course they put a land. Bounce the Pentad Prism. Totally reasonable. Unfortunately. So we're going to play the Pentad Prism. And then I think we Predation. Take a look at their hand if they let us. Of course they have a prismatic ending. They actually kind of want Emrakul in their hand, so I guess we just take the Teferi. I mean, we're officially in the position where Fire Ice on Iso Scepter. You are a mad lad. We are officially at a point where we don't need the Pentad Prism. So if they want to take their time prismatic ending the Pentad Prism, we're okay with that. Oh. Well, that's slightly obnoxious. And by that, I mean, that was brutal, and I'm very sad now. Like, we could still just win if we top deck a Spy. Like, we outright could. Well, I think we just cast the Creeping Chill here. I mean, if they really want to remand here, I'm okay with that. Oh no, they're probably just gonna combo off. Oh, I didn't want to pay the life. Not that it matters, but I did not want to pay the life there. Alright, let's see if we're dead. Well, Expressive Iteration gives them 3 more looks. Might just be dead. Not feeling all too thrilled about this. This might just be a bad matchup, and if it is, it is. But not that I like expect to see a ton of this matchup, but apparently I'm gonna see enough of it. All right. Let's see. Okay. They should have put a goddamn captcha on those option box sometimes. Yes, apparently I will see a lot of creativity. That's what I was trying to tell you. All right. Creeping Chills first. Like, if they put the creativity in their hand, we might still just be dead to the Sarah's Emissary. But we shall see. Like, luckily, Prismatic Ending's not going to do anything here. Only thing it's going to do is stop us. Oh, it could stop us from casting Salvage Titan. Because they can do it anytime. It's actually a little scary. Do I own this deck in paper? No, I own Legacy Oops in paper. I do not own Modern Oops in paper. That being said, it's a relatively inexpensive deck, and I probably could own it very quickly. Also realizing a huge misplay, I should have returned Salvage Titan before the Sword of the Meeks hit the field. That was actually like a big misplay on my part. The fact that they let it go is Kind of surprising. But yes, I do own the deck I'm playing against. Yo, Albino Rat, thank you so much for the bits, my guy. Very glad you're able to pop by tonight, especially with a deck that is right up your alley. Star 831, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to Youngblood MTG, making the misplace so you don't have to, and jank decks for you. Yeah, man, I bet, Albino Rat, I'm really glad that you are back. I missed having you in the stream. They're always a blast when you come through. You've been a huge supporter of the Pokemon streams, though, so I appreciate that. But it is nice to have you back for a Magic night. All right, hit Emrakul. God! So close. Yeah, like actively can't win from there. So apparently, creativity is just an abysmal matchup. I actually don't think we want the Pact of Negations. Went down Sphere of the Suns, Talisman. Let's go down one Informer. Nice divine intervention. You're so funny. Because it's an angel. I'm just kidding. Love you, David. Yeah, I think that's fine. I don't remember exactly how we boarded last time, but I think we're okay with this. I would love to own this deck in paper, though. It definitely seems like a lot of fun. We're gonna keep it's just like this is the only deck in the format running Remand. So, and Remand and Counterspell as a whole are really rough for us. Sarah's Emissary giving you the business. Sarah's Emissary is giving me a whole lot of business tonight. She has a really bad attitude, and I don't like it. Mom, come pick me up. I'm scared. I want to go home. It's just not a vibe. It's just not a vibe. Oh. Albino Rat, thank you so much for the gift sub. Starfighter31, I hope you enjoy the gift sub. Thank you guys so much both for supporting the channel. Really appreciate it. I should have known they'd have Prismatic Ending. But we're going to go in with the Talisman, and we're going to play Hammer Pass tapped, and hopefully next turn we can go off. Turning all those lands back and forth, IRL, this is fun. Yo, Nick from the Facebook group. Yo, man, your deck is performing decently well. I'm sure you saw on the list, I didn't make all too many changes. Only change I actively made was the Turntimber Symbiosis. I think that they are very important as a whole. I think we have to Thoughtseize here. I think we're fine with that. I think we need to get rid of the creativity. And another land. Yeah, the deck is showing up. It's performing really well. I don't know if you chimed in when we had that. We had a really tight game despite falling to 4. Oops is proving its resilience. And that was one of the things that the deck never had before the modal DFCs. It never had a level of resilience that it does now. You have to play the checklist cards for the lands to make it easy. Yeah, no. So in Legacy Oops, I don't, because there's only 8 of the flip lands, but in this deck there's 4, 8, 12, 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18. There's 20 flip lands? It's a lot of flip lands. Okay, so they've unfortunately put us in a position where we need to draw a black source, which is not where we want to be, but, you know, is what it is. I think we can comfortably ending here. Play another Emeria. We just need to draw a black source. I agree. Only reason I was returning was because my copies hadn't come in the mail yet in time for totally understandable. I also switched around. Those checklist cards are just so visually unappealing. That is exactly why my girlfriend, who is an artist, I would ask her to doodle on them for me. Only other change I made was because I'm running Turntimber Symbiosis, I decided not to run Nexus of Fate, and instead I'm running Blightsteel Colossus. It is 99% the same effect in the deck, but there is a very non-zero chance. Dang nabbit. There is a very non-zero chance that I guess we're casting an Narcomoeba. That Turntimber Symbiosis into a Darksteel Colossus might win you a game. Just food for thought. Come on. Alright, so apparently what we have learned tonight is that Indomitable Creativity is a bad matchup for Oops. And it's fine. It's fine that it's like that. But it's becoming not fine because we're drawing so horrendously. All right, I think we're in trouble. I feel like it's game over. Like if we've gotten to the point where we're casting narcs, it's a really bad sign. Okay, yeah, we're Soup's dead. It is what it is. Alright. Let's go into the last game of this league. And let's not play Indomitable Creativity. Like, let's play Tron or something. Like, yeah, let's play Tron. I can't believe I just said that, but I'm pretty confident we stomp Tron pretty reliably. But yeah, Starfighter, I hope you are liking seeing your deck on camera. It's been a blast to play. I play Oops religiously in Legacy. I'm sure you've seen some of my posts in the Facebook group talking about streaming the Legacy version. Get rolled by Tron. That would be karmic justice. I think we have to mulligan this. Or we definitely have to mulligan this. No, we have to. Down to 4. Like, it's not great, but it's better than nothing. Not great, better than nothing. I think are the talismans new-ish. In the modern Oops, they were always there. Color variation changed. I think for our build that we're on right now, the green-black one is the best one. I do think that Sphere of the Suns should just be another talisman. I'm not completely against Sphere of the Suns because it does tap for Rainbow, but the fact that it comes in tapped is rough. Are we playing Infect? Richie, you've cursed us! Oh my god, we're gonna lose to Infect. Oh my god, we're gonna lose to Infect. I don't want to lose to Infect. I need to make an audio clip of the kid from The Sims who's like, I'm in danger, and just play it whenever situations like this come up, because we're in a lot of trouble right now, everybody. Like, a lot of trouble. I mean, if you've got, like, don't slow roll me. If you got the kill, just kill me. Okay. You don't, which means we might win. Life total doesn't matter, so... Do we have it? Is it Ralph? Yeah, I think it's Ralph. I don't really watch The Simpsons, but... I feel kind of bad that I was like, don't hurt me, and our opponent said no promises, and, well, there's a very solid chance we're winning this game now. Alright, last Narc. Cast. Vengevine triggers. Also, I missed what you were saying. I play Vengevine archetypes religiously, but this is my first time dabbling with Oops. I think the Vine build of Oops in Modern is the way to go. This is actually my first time ever picking up Modern Oops. I did play it in Pioneer before the banning, but I did not ever try the Modern version. But I'm not gonna lie, you kind of have me sold on it. Okay, how do we beat Infect? Is it just Path and Ending? Like, is that just what we do? Just board in Path and Ending, go down... probably actually want to keep in the Thoughtseize. Let's just go down... let's keep Undercity Informer. Let's go down Balustrade Spy. Well, now I know why they're running 4 Endurance. I don't actually know that this deck is anywhere near prevalent enough, but sideboard Damping Sphere? No, we don't want to run Damping Sphere, because where we generally only cast 2 spells, we're usually we're very often only going off with 4 mana, so we don't want extra mana bogging us down. Or we don't want extra taxing bogging us down, so to speak. I feel like I can't actually keep this hand against Infect. This hand's not amazing, but it's better. The bug list runs 4 Force of Vigor, 4 Endurance. That's a lot, but I guess. I think we just keep this because we have the Prismatic Ending. So I think we just bottom the... I think it's more important we have Narc in the yard than chill. I have not yet faced the Elite Four. I am still taking a little bit of a breather from Pokemon. Probably going to get back to it soon, but just for now, I'm focusing on streaming and Magic primarily. Oh, I did not expect to draw a second Creeping Chill. Alright, Hammer down, tapped. Let's hope they don't have the kill here. If they don't, we get at least a turn. Another creature? Scale up. Okay. That felt like poor sequencing. That felt like insanely poor sequencing. Like actively terrible sequencing. Like they had the kill there. Like why did they not? Yeah, they messed that up real bad. Like that was terrible. Like we're all on the same page. That was like rough, right? The problem is, that was my only removal spell. So if they play another creature, we lose. Okay. Okay, we're not dead yet. Inquisition. I think we want a Vengevine. Like, I could be wrong, but I think we want to take the gamble. I guess I was say they could just flash an Endurance right now and block our Vengevine, but so like we might just be getting there with Vengevine beats. Okay. Not yet. We're not dead yet. Restoration tapped. Oh! I thought the mouse was like right here and I clicked. That was awkward. Oh well. Is what it is. Our opponent misplayed. I misclicked. Haven't seen Endurance yet this league, which is pretty unbelievable. Endurance is really out. Like, Endurance is so strong. Alright, so second Prism, Black Inquisition. See what they got. I think it's Surgical. Yeah, I think the play there was Surgical. The actual right move was for me to have attacked last turn. But I'm bad at Magic. Again, one of the reasons I will always prefer paper to MTGO, because that wouldn't have happened in paper. That would have literally just been, hey, I didn't mean to do that. Can we rewind? Or rather, it wouldn't even gotten the 4. I would have literally just gone attack. Like, it wouldn't have been an issue. Alright, let's see what our opponents got. The good news is that with Prismatic Ending, I can kill whatever creature they play. I know the 2 cards in their hand. If they play a creature, Ignoble. We would love to just like draw a natural black source, but we have more black sources in the deck, so let's utilize our white source to Prismatic Ending the Ignoble. Oh, well, okay, so I'm an idiot, and my opponent apparently is as well. But they had Blossoming Defense, and they didn't use it. So they're dumb, but I'm dumb because I forgot they had Blossoming Defense. Our opponent was just like, going out on my own terms. Mutagenic, your creature paying 2 life. I'm dead. Goodbye. That was awesome. That was awesome. Oh, wow. Okay. That was a lot of fun. That was a big success. Going 3-2 with this deck honestly felt awesome. The deck has legs, and it's got like good legs. A mill player laughed and said, I missed a land drop last Saturday since he BM'd me. I locked his board out with Reanimator on turn 3 for BM'd. What do you mean by BM'd you? I don't know what you mean by BM'd you. Yeah, no, 3-2 was solid. I'm really happy with that. But oh, pardon me. Also, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you. I had a lot of fun playing it. That was, all things considered, that felt really good, especially since our losses were to a bad matchup. Like, I don't have enough experience with the rest of the meta to know what is a good matchup and what is a bad matchup for this deck, but what I will say with comfort is that having played against Creativity twice in a row, that felt like a bad matchup. They just had all the interaction to stop us from going off. Like they are a hyper interactive combo deck that kills the same turn we do. So where we can sometimes kill a turn earlier, they can just outright stop us and then kill us. So a little rough. We can get through some interaction because we're resilient, but that deck's whole thing is stop you from doing literally everything and then 6 cards that actually kill you. Primeval Titan version might be easier, but exactly. The Primeval version might. Oh, bad manners. Okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah, no, that's totally fair. I see what you mean. Yeah, I don't like when opponents are like rude or nasty or just like kind of obnoxious. Like if you're goofing around, it's one thing, but like when you're literally just like, you suck at Magic, like middle fingers up. And Jund has Noble now. I'm pretty sure it was either myself or James that sent him the picture of the Ignoble Hierarch, and I'm pretty sure he just went buck wild. Like, I'm pretty sure he actually just screamed at the top of his lungs. Like, the group chat went like, there was like, here's the picture, and then boop, 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 of Nate just freaking out about this card. Yeah, Primeval version might be easier for us, but it still just overall feels like a bad matchup with all the remands. They can run counterspell if they want to. It's overall rough. That being said, I am really happy with how the deck performed. I'm definitely going to fiddle with it more. I'm probably going to have a talk with Starfighter. I'm probably going to chat with Starfighter about how to improve the deck and try to come up with a fine-tuned version. The red heavy version is one I considered with the Strike It Rich, but I think that one is wins the same way with the Vengevines and everything. I don't know that it's outright better. I would definitely have to playtest more to even like make that assumption, but it's worth considering, I think. But I like this multicolored version with Prismatic Ending is such a good card that being able to run out of the board is huge. So I like this version. Definitely gonna fidget with the numbers a little bit. Try to make this as streamlined as possible and as fine tuned as we can. And maybe come back to it either this week or next. There is going to be another stream tomorrow. We're going to stream at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow as well. We are also going to stream Friday at noon. I may do Pokemon on Friday. It may be more Magic. I know I've been promising the end of the Pokemon episodic adventure for a while, but I've needed a little bit of a break from it, especially because I've been playing Diamond and Pearl. I played a lot of Sword and Shield, um, and I need a little bit of break from Pokemon. But I am obviously gonna finish it. We're like right in front of the Elite Four. I have to finish the Nuzlocke, but also just been enjoying Magic so much lately. I've wanted to stick with it. So yeah, we're gonna try to find a streamlined version of this deck for tomorrow's stream. Expect more Magic. We might even run it back with this deck after talking and doing a little fine tuning. Or maybe we'll do a trophy hunt. I'm not 100% sure. We might do both. But yeah, either way, that's all. So thank you guys very much for chiming in tonight. Been a pleasure hanging out with you guys and streaming tonight. I'm really glad I got to do this. This was such a fun deck. I can't wait to use this deck more, and I'm actually like high key convinced to build it in paper. And with that, we are going to get ready to raid somebody. So let's see what Magic players are online that don't have in the thousands of followers. Um, None of the Magic players that I like actively talk to or know are on. Thanks for streaming. I'll be sure to tune in again now that I have you. Hey man, thank you so much for the follow, the support. It's all greatly appreciated. And I hope to see you in the future. And again, thank you for letting me use the deck. I really appreciate that you gave me permission to use this list. Dude, it was a lot of fun. Hopefully tune in again. Hey man, y'all are welcome anytime. We're a fun, open community. Um, let's um let's send let's send some love to Ben S. I'm pretty sure I've watched him play a good number of times, and is that Ben? Is it? I think he's a pro. I feel like he's a pro. But we're gonna throw him some love, and that's that. So again, guys, thank you all so much for chiming in tonight. Really appreciate it. This has been Youngblood MTG, making the misplays so you don't have to, and jank decks for you.
Hey, we got a raid from Youngblood MTG. Old Blood appreciates your support. Thanks for the raid. Cat Dad? I don't know who that is. Definitely somebody after my heart.